A forester came across 5 brightly colored bags near a cave entrance on his usual route in the forest. He wondered to himself, whose bags are these? And approached them, not realizing the shocking truth that he was about to uncover. Wow, these trees are so tall, William exclaimed while walking with his classmates in a forest near his school. His science teacher brought the students on a field trip to the forest as part of a science lesson. They met Victor, a forester who had spent over a decade living in the forest over there. He was skilled in navigating through the dense forest without getting lost. When William learned that Victor lived in a wooden house in the forest, he laughed at him with his friends. The teenager was the only son of his wealthy parents and felt entitled to the luxuries he had in his life. During the field trip, William and his classmates passed by an entrance to a cave. This looks so cool, William thought. He wanted to go inside the cave, but his teacher didn't allow him. I will come back here with my friends, he thought, and memorized the exact location of the cave while he walked back towards the school bus with everyone. The next day, William went to the cave with his 4 friends. They told their parents they would go for lunch at a restaurant and return home in the evening. None of the teenagers told their parents about their plans to visit the cave. Are you sure you remember the way to the cave, William? One of his friends, Albert, asked. Yes, I know where the entrance is, William replied confidently. Just keep following me. Once the teenagers reached the cave, they realized they couldn't take their school bags through the entrance. It's too narrow. Let's leave our bags here, William said. One by one, the teenagers entered the cave and were mesmerized to see how wide it was from the inside. They took a few steps inside when something unexpected happened. Albert picked a stone the size of his palm from the ground and hit one of the walls with it. This place is so cool. He chuckled before the rocks from the wall came falling. Watch out, Albert, William said and pulled Albert towards himself. The teenagers screamed in fear when they saw the rocks fall. They couldn't see anything because of the dust floating in the air. What have you done, Albert? Sarah shouted. She was the only girl in the group of boys stuck inside the cave in the middle of the forest. How are we going to get out now? Stay calm, everyone, William said sternly. We'll get out of here, don't worry. Then, the friends tried digging through the fallen rocks to reach the entrance to no avail. Instead of staying calm, they panicked when they realized getting out of the cave was next to impossible. The sun is about to go down, William, Albert said. How are we going to get out? I can't breathe, Sarah screamed. The teenagers started screaming for help, hoping someone would hear them. Help! Help us! We are stuck, William shouted. No one could hear their screams in the forest. The kids started losing hope.
Also, if you've not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these animal stories every day. Now, back to the story.
When they thought they were stuck and no one could save them, fate sent Victor to the cave. The forester picked berries every alternate day from the trees near the cave. While he was walking back to his house, 5 bright-colored school bags caught his attention. Wait, what are these bags doing here? He asked himself. Victor looked around the cave but couldn't spot anyone. Just then, he heard screams coming from inside the cave. Hey, who's in there? Victor shouted. I'm William. I came here yesterday with my teacher, William replied. Help us, please. We are stuck. Okay, calm down, children, Victor said. I'll help you get out. Please hurry up, Albert shouted. Sarah says she can't breathe in here. I think she is claustrophobic. I'll call the paramedics. Please hold on, kids. Victor replied and rushed to his house since he didn't have his phone. Upon returning home, Victor immediately called 911 and alerted them to the children in the cave. He knew that it would take paramedics at least 20 minutes to reach the site as the nearest hospital was located far from the forest. I can't waste time, he said to himself. I should help the kids myself before it's too late. Victor quickly grabbed a shovel and a flashlight and rushed back to the cave's entrance. Hey, I'm back, he shouted, assuring the kids he would rescue them. Then, he began digging through the rubble at the entrance. It wasn't easy for one man to dig through the numerous pieces of rocks, but he was trying his best. I'm almost there, kids, he shouted. Meanwhile, William and his friends tried to stay calm and told Sarah not to worry. He's going to save us, Sarah. He will rescue us. William held her hand. A few minutes later, William and his friends could see the flashlight shine through the cave's entrance. Seconds later, they rushed outside the cave and took a deep breath in the fresh air. Victor held Sarah by her shoulders and sat her on the ground. "Hey, keep your eyes open," he told her. Just then, the paramedics arrived and gave first aid to Sarah and the other children. "Thank you for calling us on time, Mr. Victor," one of the paramedic staff said. "You've saved their lives." Meanwhile, William regretted making fun of Victor when he first visited the cave with his teacher. He'd apologized to the forester and thanked him for rescuing him and his friends. "I don't think we would have made it out alive if it wasn't for you, Victor," William said while looking at the ground. "You don't need to thank me," Victor smiled. "God sent me here to save you all." Later that evening, the parents of William and his friends arrived in the forest to bring their children home. Although they were upset with their kids for not telling the truth, they expressed their gratitude to Victor for promptly calling 911. As a sign of appreciation, the parents pledged to assist Victor in his plan to develop the forest. They assisted him in raising funds and implementing his ideas to preserve various plant species in the woods.